In this first video here, we're going to look at identifying the key features of a parabola. Now, a parabola is one of these U-shaped graphs like you see here. So this is a parabola. Sometimes they face up, sometimes they face down. You'll see that sometimes they are wider or narrower depending on how the problem is set up, but it's always going to be this U-shaped graph. And the formula, which we'll get into later, the formula for every one of these parabolas is based around the idea of y equals x squared. Now there's often a lot of other terms that get mixed in there too, but the core, the heart of the parabola is y equals x squared. So let's go ahead and look for a few of these key features. One of the things that you'll notice about every parabola is that they fold perfectly in half. They all have a line of symmetry. And what I just drew in green here is that line of symmetry. Often it's even written as kind of a dashed line. And that line always has a formula. It's not a single number, it's actually an equation of the line, of a vertical line. And you'll see that it goes through x equals 1. And that if you take any point on this line, you might have 1, 3, or 1, 1, or 1, negative 1. But x is always going to be 1 on this line of symmetry. So the line of symmetry equation, not only do we mark it here, but we can actually say that it's x equals 1. And you need to write the x equals. Next thing it asks is, what is the min and what is the max? Well, when a parabola faces up, it goes up forever. So there is no maximum, but there is a minimum. So in this case, we do have a minimum, so you can circle min. And that min occurs right there, that lowest point where it bottoms out. And so we're going to talk about the y value when we're talking about the min. How low does the y value go? In this case, it goes as low as negative 1. So we'll just write negative 1 as our minimum. Our vertex actually combines the x and y coordinates that we just found, because our vertex is that minimum point as well, but we're going to give it a little bit more specific name here. So the vertex, I might even just connect this here, the vertex is going to occur when x is equal to 1, and then you go down and y is equal to negative 1. So when x is 1 and y is negative 1, we get the point 1, negative 1. That is our vertex. And you'll see that all it did is it actually took this x value and this y value and combined them together into a single point. We're going to take a look at the rest of these in another video, but I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process one more time down here for the graph below. We see here that this graph is facing upside down, and our vertex, or bottom, well in this case the top of the graph, occurs right here at 0, 0. So we're going to look at a few specific things. First of all, that line of symmetry that we talked about earlier, it folds in half over the line x equals 0. And if we look for the min or the max, we have a maximum. In this case, it's facing down, so we have a point that is the highest point on the whole graph. And that point occurs when the height, or y, is equal to 0. So we're going to say our max is 0. So sometimes you might get that x and y are the same. It's just coincidence. In the same way up here, they are not the same. And then our vertex is, again, that exact point. So it occurs at the point 0, 0. So that's how you do your line of symmetry, your min-max, determine the value of that min-max, and then find your vertex.